What's up, everybody? Mike Zagara here. I am chilling with my cat Lilo on a Tuesday afternoon, and we just got word that the new Your Product section has been fully updated and it's gone live. So I'm excited to share this release. There's a lot that went into this release. It took like probably 9 months to get it all done. So now log into your Entourage account and check it out. A lot of really great things. I'm going to start off by showing you where I'm at. I'm on the Your Product section over here. And when you go to your product section, you're going to notice all of your products listed down the page, all of your different SKUs and variations. And what you can do now is, obviously, you can update your cost of goods. Now, what our system is going to show you is it's going to show you the profit margin percentage based on your cost of goods and also the FBA fees. So we know that the profit margin percentage for this particular product is 30%. Now, based on that information, we now know the break-even cost per acquisition. So this is saying basically if you wanted to break even on your advertising, you have to spend a maximum of $4.78 to make that sale. Okay, so if somebody clicks like 5 times, you spend 80 cents per click. As long as it's less than $4.78, you're making money. If it is $4.78 in total, that's your break-even cost per acquisition. This is how much you can spend to acquire a sale. All right. Next, we have the clicks to order ratio. This is on average the amount of clicks it takes to make a sale. The amount of clicks on PPC it takes to make a sale. Here we have it at 4.88 clicks. So this would be great to track this over a period of time. Obviously, the lower the number here, the better. And this could speak to a listing that has a bad image or an improper title, or maybe your price is too high. If this number is super duper high, then you may want to consider doing some optimization. Next is going to be the max cost per click. So now, based on the information, based on your break-even cost per acquisition and the clicks to order ratio, we then come up with the max cost per click, which is technically the max amount you could spend on a click in order to break even on that PPC sale, right? So all of these numbers work really, really well together. And then finally, based on the proven data over a period of time, you can see how much profit you're making on each individual PPC sale, right? So obviously, if our profit margins are 30.32%, that means our ACOS is lower than that. That means for every sale that comes in through PPC, we're making $1.89. Pretty cool, right? Next, we have the average units sold in 7 days, 30 days, and 60 days. And then we now have the active amount of campaigns this particular SKU is in, as well as the amount of ad spend that's going towards this SKU. Super important to know. Check this out. I'm spending 26% of my ad spend is going towards one SKU. That's like red flag all over the place. We have to reallocate some of our budget. And now you can see that right over here in this dashboard. So that's just the tip of the iceberg on this release. The next thing I want to show you is there's a brand new keyword tracking feature. I'm going to show you guys how to actually add the keywords in a second, but check this out. If I click on this button right over here, it's going to list the keywords that I've opted to track organically. The whole theory is this: you're bidding on keywords in PPC, and some of them are profitable, non-profitable, and some of those keywords have 0 impressions. In our system now, you can pick which ones you want to track organically, and then we can start to see the relationship between how much ad spend we're spending on those keywords and what our organic rank is. So check this out. We have a keyword here. I'm going to look at one of our major keywords, cat litter mat. We are now currently in position number 6. We've gone -2 in the last 2 days, which is not good. We were at position 4. And here's some basic metrics: how much we've spent on that keyword in the last month, how many impressions, how many orders we have in that keyword, and our max cost per click. So basically, this is the maximum amount that we can spend on this keyword in order to break even. And then what I wanted to really show you guys is the historical chart. So if I click on this over here, you're going to see that it's showing the organic ranking for this particular product and this particular keyword. And now we can start to track how that organic ranking is doing over a period of time. And here's how it's doing. We were in position 11, then we did pretty well, position 7, then we went to 6, 7, and now down from there. So if we go over here and we look at the PPC ad spend, we can start to overlay the PPC ad spend. So the theory is if we spend more money on a particular keyword, or if you lose ranking for a keyword, if we become more aggressive in spending more money on that keyword, then we want to see how that impacts our organic ranking. Everything's about organic ranking. We want to make sure that if we're spending more and we're spending extra money on a particular keyword, that it's paying off. Well, now you can track that on a keyword by keyword level. You could also overlay ACOS, PPC impressions, and PPC orders, and you can start to see how that all plays out in terms of your organic position. Okay, guys? So that's a really cool feature, and you can do that on a keyword by keyword level. By the way, you can track up to 500 keywords in the section right over here. Next, I want to click on the actual product dashboard. Now, each individual SKU is going to have its own dashboard, and on the actual dashboard page, not too much has changed. We have the advanced product statistics, which you guys already saw on the previous page. And then if we go down the page here, we have the shielding list as we've always had. These are keywords that we've optimized that we can use as shielding in future campaigns so we don't spend more money on those keywords. And finally down the page, we have campaigns featuring the SKU. Now let's go over to keyword tracking. So once again, it's broken down into profitable keywords, non-profitable keywords, and keywords with 0 impressions. So we can then go ahead and look at, let's say, the profitable keywords. And go over here, and we can look down this list, and if we wanted to track those organically, we would simply toggle the organic tracker over to the right, and now we would be tracking those keywords organically, and they would show up on the previous page that I showed you. Or if you wanted to do that in bulk, you could simply select a bunch of them and go over to track organic rank, and that'll do it for the keywords, all of the keywords that you select. Another really cool feature is we can also check the indexing. So now you have to download the extension. That's the first step. Now, I probably should have mentioned that at the beginning of this video. This is all based on a Google Chrome extension. So go ahead, first action step, open Entourage up in Google Chrome, download the free extension, and go ahead and click on Check Indexing. And then we're going to check these, one by one. We're going to check the ones that you want to do. This one came back, and they're going to come back slowly over a period of time, and you can check the indexing of those particular keywords. You can also do that for non-profitable keywords. These are the keywords that are not making profit based on your ACOS target. And of course, we have the keywords that have 0 impressions. Now, the way I would go about this is I would select these. Really cool feature. You can go ahead and select these. You can either track organic ranking, you can check your indexing. Like maybe it's an indexing issue, and you want to see if you're indexed for this particular keyword. You can now do that right from Entourage. If it's not an indexing issue and your indexing state is checked off, you can adjust your bid price, and you can set your bid price a little bit higher. Maybe it's a keyword bid issue and we're just not getting any impressions because the keyword bid price is a little bit too low. Now I want to raise that by 50%. I can go ahead and do that. And you can start to find out which keywords are working for you, which ones aren't, which ones have 0 impressions. Track that, check if it's indexed, and then raise your bid price on the ones that you're not getting any impressions for. Really cool, really excited about that. Finally, we have a Track Organic Position tab that's exclusively for the Track Organic Position for this particular ASIN. As you see, if I go to the page, we're still on this ASIN right over here on its individual dashboard. As I go down, you can see all of the keywords that I am tracking, and we're getting information on the ones that I just selected. And over here, once again, you can see how this keyword is doing over a period of time, and you can overlay the different metrics to see if you're super aggressive on bidding on a keyword, how that impacts your overall organic rank for that keyword. Really impactful feature if you know how to use it, because obviously organic ranking is a huge part of selling on Amazon. So now the next part of this is a true game changer. Listing Optimizer is the only tool that I know of that uses the actual search term report to improve your listing. So you can improve your title, bullets, back-end keywords, and your actual listing description using the search terms that have proven to be profitable. Okay, guys? So that's kind of a mouthful. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the title, and that's going to come over here. If you look over here, you can actually check the indexing of your title. You want to know that, right? You want to know if your individual title is indexed. You can basically check the indexing on everything. I'll show you as we go along. Next, we have the back-end keyword optimizer. These are the words that you questionably have to have inside of your backend keywords, and we show you the sales attributed to those individual words. Now, the way we do this is we break down the search terms. Let's say it's cat litter mat. Break them down into their individual components and then see which ones have sales. Like, so example, if cat litter mat had a sale, then that means cat litter and mat would get credit for that sale because the word cat litter and mat were all in that particular search term. So we break down the words so that you can use these words in your backend keywords and use the best keywords in your backend keywords. So the way I would do this is first I would check, the indexing, and actually this happens really fast. You can see which ones are indexed. Some of them are not going to be indexed. If they're not indexed, I would not put them into your backend field. Then what you could do is you can select the ones that you want to put into your backend field, and you could start to add to your total list, and you could add to the backend keywords. Now what we have here is this index checker right over here. Check your indexing, and it's going to tell you it is not indexed. All of these keywords are not indexed. I believe it's because Trapper is not indexed. That means we don't want that. We want to make sure all of the keywords back here are indexed, and now it is. Now all of these keywords are indexed. The point is we want to get the best 250 back there. It'll tell you how many characters you have left, and we want to connect to the very best individual words. So the next thing is the listing optimizer. Guys, this is really cool. So the listing optimizer is going to help you see the very best search terms based on proven sales and where they are in your listing. So as you can see, we have the word litter mat and cat litter mat in our title, but we don't have it in our bullet points. And that could be because we don't have any bullet points uploaded into the section over here. But essentially what this is going to do is it's going to look into the search term report to find the search terms that are connected the most, to make sure that you have those search terms in the most prominent places inside of your listing, including the title, bullet points, and description. And it's going to show you that over here. We are going to put the description over here very soon. So then you can go and you come back to this section, because Amazon loves when you update your listing. You can go back to this section and add the new search terms that show up into your title and your bullet points on a regular basis. Once again, you can check the indexing of each individual search term, and then you can go ahead and you can add them into the right spots and make sure that they are there. So really cool, guys. Lots of stuff going on here, and you can see there's so many opportunities. Cat litter, jumbo litter mat, had all these sales. Let's check to see if we're indexed. We are indexed for that. We are indexed for that. I may want to consider updating my listing. Amazon loves when you update your listing, so you can go ahead and you can update your bullet points and make sure that these get into your listing. Finally, we have A/B split testing. If you make any changes to your listing, you can go ahead and do an A/B split test and see how that change impacts your PPC. So let's say you change your title, your bullet points, or your main image. You could then start a split test to see if your numbers went up or down, okay? Really cool. It's been inside of Entourage since the beginning of Entourage, but it's been all renovated and updated, and it's super easy to use. Like, you could do like a 14-day test, a 28-day test, set up that test, and see if the changes to your listing had a positive impact or a negative impact on your PPC. All right, guys, that was a lot of information. We are going to be making videos on each individual component and get back to you guys with that. I wish you guys a lot of success, and I will talk with you all soon, and I'll see you inside of the Facebook group. Cheers, everybody.